everybody. Welcome to another episode of Wheel of Formula, the pharmaceutical industry's favorite game show. Of course, I'm your host, Dr. Dave A. Miller. Wonderful to be with you here today. For those of you that don't know, Wheel of Formulas is a game show where these diabolical wheels throw any combinations of drugs and excipients at a formulator and challenges them to make a viable formulation right before our very eyes. You've tuned into a very special episode because today the challenge is amorphous solid dispersion. That's right, one brave soul is going to be forced to produce a viable amorphous solid dispersion with one polymer and one API. And if they can do that successfully, they'll move to the bonus round where they're forced to make a viable tablet out of that amorphous solid dispersion. So let's go ahead and meet our first contestant now. He hails from AustinPx in Austin, Texas, a 25-year veteran of the pharmaceutical industry, Marshall Cisneros. Marshall, how do you feel about being on Wheel of Formulas today?
Annoyed?
Of course you are, but we're gonna play anyway, right after this commercial break.
Wheel of Formulas is brought to you by Austin Pharmaceutics, where complex challenges meet tailored solutions.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready to spin the wheel of APIs?
But do I have a choice?
You certainly do not. Spin that wheel. Cyrox, whoa! High melter, poor organic solvent solubility. How are you feeling?
Relaxed.
Okay, well let's spin the wheel of polymers. HPMCAS, a high melt point API with HPMCAS. Good luck, buddy. I hope you got a magic box you can pull that ASD out of.
Well, you're not too far off there, Dr. Dave.
Dr. Miller.
Sorry, Dr. Miller.
Well, that's not all. In my pocket, I've got the drug load wild cards. You're going to choose one of these cards, and that'll dictate the drug loading, which you must process. Tell us, what'd you get, Marshall?
Well, I got 50%, pal.
50%. High melt point API, HPMCAS, 50%. Well, thanks for joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. This is certainly not going to happen, so let's just go ahead and wrap this on up. Well, thanks for joining us, Marshall. Sorry it didn't work out.
I got this. Give me a chance.
What do you mean you got this? You ready to go home?
No, I got work to do. Let me get started.
He thinks he can process this formulation, D-Cyrox HPMCAS, at a 50% drug load? What do you think, crowd? Can he do it? Everybody's dying to know. What is your method of choice for taking this composition and making a viable ASD right here before our very eyes?
Well, it's called KinetiSol.
KinetiSol? Tell us, please, describe for the folks at home, what exactly is this KinetiSol?
Well, it's our research. What is this?
KinetiSol is a non-solvent, heat-sparring, fusion-based process for generating amorphous solid dispersions using only mechanical forces to dissolve crystalline drug substance into molten polymers well below the melting point of the API. And the best part is, the entire process takes no more than 15 seconds.
That's crazy. That sounds like snake oil to me. Tell me, what is this? This technology come from another planet? Did the pharmaceutical gods cast it down from the heavens? You know, please tell us, Marshall. Where did this process come from?
Well, let me start here with,
actually,
what is this?
Feels that way, I know. It actually came from the plastics industry, where the limitations of melt extrusion forced the innovation of a disruptive new process. Having worked with hot melt extrusion in the pharma industry for many years, I am very well acquainted with the nightmare of trying to produce ASDs by that process, so that when a genius by the name of Dr. Chris E. Bruff, the plastics process for pharmaceutical manufacturing, he not only provided solutions to the problems of using HME to produce ASDs, he revolutionized the entire field of amorphous solid dispersions.
That sounds completely ridiculous. KinetiSol revolutionizing ASDs. Oh boy. Well, that's the great thing about Wheel of Formulas, ladies and gentlemen. You just can't make empty claims. You gotta prove it. Are you ready to prove it, Marshall?
Can I get to work now?
All right. I think he's a fool, but we'll find out right after this break.
Wheel of Formulas is brought to you by Austin Pharmaceutics, where complex challenges meet tailored solutions.
And welcome back, folks. As you can see, Marshall is busy at work making his blend. And when he's done with that blend, how exactly are you going to turn that into an ASD?
With my formulator.
With his formulator. Very good. I'm really interested to see this formulator you speak of. It sounds almost too good to be true. Okay, Marshall, you've dispensed the API, you've dispensed the polymer, and now you're handshaking the mix. Pretty sophisticated mixing equipment.
Yes, well, I am about to mix this on the molecular level using my formulator.
Fair enough, makes sense. If you're about to mix it on a molecular level in your KinetiSol machine, it makes sense you don't have to put in too much blending effort beforehand. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, I can't wait to see this powder go into that machine and come out as an amorphous solid dispersion. So Marshall, the blend is made and now you're aliquoting the amount of powder you're going to put into the KinetiSol formulator. That's right?
That is correct. It'll be 10 grams directly into the chamber where it will be molecularly mixed.
10 grams now.
10 grams. We can
What's
go
the
up
shot size range for your formulator?
9 to 15.
9 to 15. All right, Marshall, you've aliquoted 10 grams. Now you're feeding that 10 grams into the mixing chamber.
That is
Is
correct.
that right?
That is correct.
Excellent. 10 grams of powder going into the KinetiSol formulator mixing chamber. Sealing the chamber. Closing the safety shroud.
I'm gonna input my parameters here.
Input your parameters. So I see it's just an RPM and a temperature.
That is correct. And seconds are also included.
Very simple. And we're off. Wow, Marshall, that was fast. Now let's take a look at that product. Interesting. So what are you looking at here? Describe it for the audience.
This is our glassy amorphous solid dispersion.
Wow, so that's an amorphous glass that you can mill down into a powder and convert into a final dosage form?
Yes.
Wow.
You can mill it down to less than 250 micron.
I know I'd like to see that. They'd like to see that. And you know what? They're gonna see that in the next round, because congratulations, you made it to the bonus round. We're gonna watch you convert that amorphous solid dispersion into a final prototype tablet right after this.
Wheel of Formulas is brought to you by AustinPx, where complex challenges meet tailored solutions.
Okay, so we put 10 grams in, and how many grams out as product?
9.92 grams.
Wow. So I see you've got a small scale lab mill
Correct.
that you'll use to convert that to a powder. Well, I'll get out of your way and let you work.
Get out of my hair, please.
See you later. What hair? All right, Marshall, so you took the shot, the cookie, the wafer, the pancake, you threw it into this lab mill, and now you've got what looks to be a really nice, freely flowing powder. What's the bulk density of that?
It's about 0.6.
Wow, 0.6. Like most spray dried dispersions, the density is about 0.1. You know, it's a nightmare to deal with this powder. This looks like a really nice, freely flowing powder. Now, can you directly compress tablets from this material?
Yes.
No need for roller compaction, secondary drying, just blend with excipients and compress a tablet.
That is correct.
All right, well, like I said, I'd like to see it, and we're gonna see it right after this.
Wheel of Formulas is brought to you by AustinPx, where complex challenges meet tailored solutions.
Wow, Marshall, look at those. Those are beautiful tablets. So in just a few minutes, we watched you take a blend, turn it into an amorphous dispersion, mill that dispersion into a powder, combine that powder with external excipients, and turn them into prototype tablets in mere moments in a very small workspace. It's incredible. And you're saying this is all enabled by what you call your superpower, which is the KinetiSol machine.
Yes.
Well said, well said. All right, Marshall, your performance today was absolutely incredible. You made it through round one. You successfully passed the bonus round. You are the winner of our grand prize, sir. And our grand prize is your very own AustinPx t-shirt. Hold that up for the folks at home to see. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Breakfast tacos, barbecue, bioavailability. We know a lot about all these things at AustinPx. And you too can have this wonderful t-shirt. If you like and leave a comment on the video, the top 3 comments will receive one of these bad boys direct in the mail to you. So be sure to like Leave a comment. Let us know what you think about Wheel of Formulas, folks. I would say this is probably the best episode we will ever produce, so probably it's goodbye forever, but thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.